Welcome to the Put On Waivers Media Group, home of the Put On Raiders podcast and the Student Body Right podcast. This is your place for the best breakdowns and the best insight for those who fight on and bleed silver and black. Now, here are your hosts, Dwayne Douglas and Ryan Holmes.
Yeah, it's a hard offense to watch. It's a really hard offense to watch. So that's the Raiders in a nutshell. In college football, one of the biggest games of the year is always USC and Notre Dame. I'll let you kind of. Here we go. Oh God, I can't stand the play like a champion. let's tap the wall.
Too funny.
No, that's funny. It's all good. So where is this team as far as Marcus Freeman goes? Like, is it really, if he doesn't have if they don't finish strong, is he in jeopardy of not coming back already? Because I mean, I feel like, and he's a defensive coach, correct?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one thing that I'm a little bit worried about for the future of like maybe defensive coaches, if they keeps happening where people are just trying to go for the play caller in college football.
Yeah.
Not the guy who manages the game. But Freeman looked like he could be in trouble, and this is not I guess it's it's an emotional matchup for him, but I don't know if it's the kind of best matchup for him because they have had kind of like the Raiders, they've really struggled to score points this year.
Yeah, they struggled. I mean, they started off early when they were playing a softer schedule, and then you see them against Ohio State, a game they should have won in my view. They had a good chance to win, and it wasn't managed well. And you're seeing them go on the road. And look, the Louisville team they played last week was a good team, and so I thought it was going to be a close game. I didn't have any thoughts that it wouldn't be, but the way in which they are beating themselves, the way in which they are unable to close out games goes back to your point about game management. Not that you're not dialing up plays and that you don't have, because they have more talent. They really do have more talent than they've had there in a long time. But is it SEC talent? Is it USC talent on offense? No, but it's much better. And I think he is a good coach. The problem is, can you learn on the job fast enough to appease, as you know, at USC, it's the same thing.
Yes.
To appease the boosters who are paying your salary, basically, all that extra money. And so if that's the case, are you able to do that? And that's my concern for Marcus Freeman is, can he put it together quickly enough? Because I've never seen, for being a defensive coach, I've never seen a college football team that's ranked and at one time in the top 10 tackle so poorly on defense. Now I know USC's having trouble.
I can show you one
too.
I can show you one. I can show you one.
Yeah. So these two teams are going to be like running past each other, doing alligator arms, trying to tackle each other. But that piece of it's really perplexing because it's like, wait a minute, the fundamentals of your defense are poor. You have some talent there. USC's got some talent too. It surprised me to watch both these defenses. So I anticipate it's going to be a high scoring game between the two teams. But yeah, with Marcus Freeman, really likable guy, and you want to root for him, because he's done such an amazing job recruiting there, and I think they have done a better job with the offense this year, but it started to sputter, and they just don't seem to have answers right now.
Yeah, it's interesting here on the USC side. I mean, we have a defensive coordinator that nobody wants, and and then last year was the year where they could have been in the football playoff. If they had, a better showing defensively. Jim Leonard was out. Jim Leonard was the hanging fruit that was out there, and everybody, and all USC fans wanted to go get him. And I don't, I think in the last press conference that they had with Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley, Caleb Williams talked about how he doesn't really love to run. I mean, if he has to, he will. But like, he wants to be in the pocket, let all the weapons do their thing. So they have to be able to. They're a weird defensive team because they literally lead the nation in tackles for loss. They're one of the leaders in sacks. They're one of the leaders. They're leaders in like turnover ratio, all stuff like that. But they just cannot get off the field in critical situations, and they just miss a lot of tackles, and which is like really a weird thing for the whole makeup of this whole defense.
They shut him down pretty well. but they weren't able to really get, I think, closure on that, and it came to bite them at the end. You saw some big plays. I think against USC's offense, I think Notre Dame's going to have trouble. The field conditions could even it out a little more, like you said. If you can't get the speed going because it's rainy and it's tough to get traction, perhaps. But again, I just think that the Notre Dame defense, and it's not getting better. You're not seeing a lot of improvement there, and I think the time is ripe for USC to take advantage of that. And we'll see. Now, USC's defense, whether they're going to be able to stop the Notre Dame offense as well, will be interesting. They're losing consistency as the season goes on. So I really like, as much as it pains me to say it, Dwayne, I like USC in this game, and more than one score, actually. I really do.
Yeah.
So I think that's how it'll play out. And I'll be crying in my green blanket. I don't know.
So you mentioned second round quarterbacks in the NFL. Would Sam Hartman be in that class of quarterback that you kind of consider?
Sam Hartman, maybe. I think, there's a couple guys out there, but yeah, Hartman, look, he's older, he's polished. He's made good decisions there too. You've seen him and what he's been through, obviously coming from Wake Forest to Notre Dame. He could be one of those guys in the second round, pocket passer, but also really smart. Usually takes care of the ball really well too.
Yeah.
And when you look at the NFL, and you talked about Caleb Williams earlier, talking about, well, he doesn't really like to run. He's smart. He knows in the NFL, yeah, you can run when you need to, and it's an advantage, but you really need to still be a pocket passer. We've seen that with CJ Stroud in Houston, who's lighting it up and doing really well.
Yeah, I mean, I could watch. I love watching CJ Stroud play. That's been a joy of this season. Them and watching the Dolphins as well. So,
yeah, Dolphins are.
Listen, so we got through the whole podcast with no cheesecake, so you can tell Mo that he can watch, no problem. So nobody's eating cheesecake here. All right. What do you say? Go ahead.
I was gonna say that or mint chip ice cream, man. It's like garlic to a vampire.
The food takes. I love the food takes. Look, I'll give you one food take here. After you used to live on the West Coast. What's one restaurant you wish you could take with you cross country?
So up in Del Mar, Solana Beach area is a Mexican restaurant called Fidel's. And Fidel's is my favorite. I miss it because where I'm at now, I don't get any real good Mexican food.
No.
But Fidel's is great atmosphere, owned by a family from Solana Beach for the last 70 years. Phenomenal. If you go, make sure you have the crab enchilada. That's all I got to tell you, man. It's good stuff. I miss that. I miss the area too. The people who work there were fantastic.
Okay. I'm Scott Gulbransen. Silverback today, Sports Not, all that good stuff. Make sure you check him out, and Mo and Murph. And Murph is hilarious, by the way. I had Murph on the show before too. Murph is the energy that Murph has. I feel like he should be. I don't know if he coaches at all, but like he seemed like he got the energy for it as well too.
Oh yeah.
All right, brother.
Good stuff.
Take care.
All right, Dwayne. Take care, man.
I would say fight on, but I can't. So
that's okay, man.
Later.
Take care. Bye now.